Hi there. This is the 2021 Porsche Cayenne e-hybrid. And for 2021, e-hybrid no longer means hybrid. It actually means plug-in hybrid electric vehicle, or PHEV. And what that means is this vehicle is capable of running around for some distance in pure electric mode. The question becomes, if you're gonna get a Cayenne, is the added complexity and cost of going e-hybrid worth it? Let's find out. When the Cayenne debuted in 2003, it was so controversial. Why is a sports car maker building an SUV? The sky is falling. Well, it turns out that they made a lot of money selling these. And when they make more money, that means that the next 911 is gonna be that much better. So, if the idea of a Porsche SUV still upsets you, just remember, for every one of these you see, think of how good the next 911 is gonna be. What does this compete with? Well, now that SUVs have taken over the earth at everything, let me just ramble off a bunch of SUVs that are built on the same platform as the Cayenne. Audi Q8, Q7, Q5, Lamborghini Urus, Bentley Bentayga, Volkswagen Touareg, a couple that are only sold in China that I'm forgetting. Again, that's just Volkswagen Group. As far as actual competitors, let's go with three. And they are the BMW X5 xDrive 45e, that's a plug-in hybrid. You've got the Land Rover Range Rover Sport P400e, that's a plug-in hybrid. And of course, the Mercedes AMG GLE 53, not a plug-in hybrid, it's a mild hybrid, but you might buy one by mistake since these names are so confusing. Who is this vehicle aimed at? Well, quite specifically, it's for the driver that wants a large Porsche SUV and they have a very short commute that they want to do without using any gasoline. As far as the Cayenne design goes, it's kind of not much. I really like the first generation Cayenne. Yes, it was ugly, but it was boldly, unapologetically ugly. It was just this odd looking thing, and it's kind of aged well. Second generation Cayenne, handsome for an SUV. I actually rather like the way that thing looked. Whereas this one, Porsche is on this mission to make everything except for the Taycan look like the 911. And do you want your SUV to look like your rear engine sports car? I don't know, that's what they're doing. And this grille specifically kind of apes the face of the 992. I get it, but I don't. One thing I want to call your attention to, Porsche has done this thing where they have 4 lights surrounding a headlight. So these daytime running lights, there's 4 of them. Sometimes it works, and I think this looks really cool. And sometimes, as you're about to see, it doesn't work so well. Coming down the side, big wheels, big tires, that says SUV, that's good. It also has big brakes and big brake calipers, but they painted the calipers black. Can't really see it. And then you just get into this sea of nothing. I mean, it's clean, but it's just, what am I looking at? This could be a Mazda CX-5. It's just a generic shape that does nothing. If I was designing it, I would have put a giant Porsche badge right here, just so you know what you're looking at. Then you get out back, and this is by far the worst angle. It's just massive, and it looks massive, and that single piece light bar widens it unnecessarily. And then those 4 light signature from the front, here it's the reverse lights, but they're wide, and it's just too much going on. It just doesn't look sporty. I just feel with this particular generation of Cayenne, the design team, they didn't take any chances. They knew they'd sell a lot anyways, so they just played it safe, and that's too bad. As simple and kind of underdone as the exterior of the Cayenne e-hybrid is, the opposite is true on the inside. It is just complex in here. It's just buttons everywhere. Everywhere I look, there's something to touch or prod or pull or push. It's just very complicated. Now, Porsche's actually gotten away from this, even though this vehicle is only 2 or 3 years old. If you look at their electric stuff, the Taycans, they have 2 screens, and most of these controls here, they're all kind of buried in this screen. They've taken it too far. In other words, to move these vents on the Taycan, you actually have to go into the screen and move them with the screen. There is a happy medium. Porsche's just not there yet. As far as materials go, it's nice in here. These are great seats, really comfortable, covered in leather, of course. Everything's covered in leather. 2 different colors of leather, which looks great. Contrast stitching, gotta love that. The parts that are plastic, they're rather nice. The metalwork around the vents over there and over here and the door handles, very nice. I wish they have one piece of metal right here. I wish they would have like maybe surrounded these vents with metal, but just a little personal thing. The nav screen, interesting. It's a great size, it works well, it's quick, it's legible. The only thing is, for some reason, there's these redundant controls below it. Let me show you an example. All right, I'm gonna hit car here, but if I hit home here, it'd be the same as hitting car here and the same as hitting home here. I don't know why you need those redundant controls so close together. There they are. As far as comfort goes, again, really good seats, lots of room in here. The only thing I don't like are these signature Cayenne grab handles. They all have them. I don't know why you need one as a driver, plus your legs always banging into it. At least it's soft. Lots of room in the rear seat because all the hybrid stuff is actually under the rear seat. You sit on it, and if you do fold the seats down, plenty of room to haul all your stuff around. The thing about having such a safe, anonymous design is that when it comes to performance, the Cayenne e-Hybrid is a bit of a sleeper. And not even a bit, it's a sleeper. I mean, this is a seriously powerful automobile. Under that hood, there is a 3-liter turbocharged V6 that's hooked up to a big electric motor. Together, they combine to create 455 horsepower and 516 pound-feet of torque. And just to give you an idea of how powerful that motor is, if it was just the V6, it would only be 335 horsepower and 332 pound-feet of torque. So that EV motor is helping the output by 120 horsepower and 184 pound-feet of torque. Why is it so powerful? Because this can move around as a pure EV. Granted, the battery's charged. It can go 17 miles as an electric. That's not very much. It's not a very large battery. It can hit 60 miles an hour in 4.7 seconds. That's quick, and it actually does handle pretty good, at least better than those two that I just mentioned. We just wish it was more efficient. The MPG equivalent is 46, which, it's good for, a regular car, but for a hybrid, it's pretty low. Safety, it's unrated. It was crash tested in Europe, and over in Europe, it receives a 5-star crash rating, but no American agency has crash tested one of these. We do know that the score wouldn't be as high as it could be because it doesn't come with a lot of standard active safety features. In fact, it just comes with the bare federal minimum. Optionally, you can get whatever you want, but like is the case with almost all German products, those options get very pricey very quickly. How much? A lot. Hey, it's got a Porsche badge on it. That's part of the deal. The least you could conceivably pay for a Cayenne e-Hybrid, $84,650. Not cheap. This one sitting next to me has $25,000 in options. No, literally $25,000 in options. $101,650. Is this more expensive than the competition? Oh yes, it is. That BMW we mentioned, it's a bit over $65,000. The Range Rover Sport is $83,000, so that one comes close. The Mercedes is around $72,000, so the Porsche is more expensive. But the real way you got to think about it is the average Porsche owner earns $600,000 a year, so $101,000 it's not much to them. If there's one thing I want you to know about the 2021 Porsche Cayenne e-Hybrid, it's that it is a fairly elegant, luxurious, performance-oriented SUV. The thing is, Porsche's going electric, right? They already make the Taycan and the Taycan Cross Turismo. The next Cayman's gonna be electric, the next Macan's gonna be electric, and before too long, there will be an electric one of these. In fact, I've already driven the competition. Soon, you will be able to buy a BMW iX M50. It's a mid-size, 2-row luxury SUV, just like this. Only thing is, it makes more power, it makes more torque, it costs less, and it doesn't burn any gasoline at all. And so what we're worried about with the Cayenne e-Hybrid is, in 5 years, are you gonna look back and say, what was I thinking? You just might. To see vehicle rankings and a complete buyer's guide, please visit motortrend.com/cars.